But the degree is the experience, except it's not. Obviously, the businesses do not perceive it that way. The college told her it was experience, but it's not. A degree does not equal experience, which is why there's so much frustration from college graduates, because they feel like once they have a degree, they have experience.
One of the great things about college is it has so many great experiences. There's some truth to what has been said by this content creator. One, having a bachelor's degree does not automatically mean that you're filled with a lot of experience, but earning the degree itself is experience. But knowing how to talk about it is what's different. The second thing is, when you do the internship, that's the experience. Not every college or university has required that from students, and they really should, because it's one of the talking points when you're first graduating. Let me use myself as an example. I earned a double major at Houston Baptist University, which is now Houston Christian University. I just went there because they required a double major. I did speech communication and I did business. So looking at the business courses, I took organizational behavior, principles of management, finance, quantitative methods, and some other business courses, marketing, etc. Those individual courses don't necessarily tell you how they all wrap up together and how to use it automatically in the business world together. When you do the internship, what happens? You start using those, but they're not looking at you and telling you, hey, do you remember when you took principles of marketing? This is chapter 4, page 17. Chapter 4 would probably be more like 100, but you understand where I'm coming from. When I did my internship, I did it at countrywatch.com, and we did co-branding and sales. And so some of that was kind of tied in with IT, but when we had a question, we went back and forth until we understood the software, until we really understood what we were doing. Along the way, it would pop in my mind and say, oh, this is kind of like what they said in Principles of Management over here. Oh, I think this kind of relates to the 3 Ps of marketing and stuff like that. That's how the experience comes in. I really think that it's important that everyone do the internship. And one of the great things that you can do is, whether required or not, is have an internship journal. Failures or not, because you can use those things to talk about in your interview. Bachelor's degrees make a big difference. Any degree does, at any level. And it's important that some fields require it, that if you don't know, ask for help. And what I think should happen is that it should be a requirement to attend a career services where they sit down and interview you. Which reminds me, if you work part-time somewhere, and let's say that you are the team lead and you work 20 hours a week at the produce department at your grocery store, that's experience. Because you led people, you solved problems, and, you had to order bananas, right? If you order too many bananas, they have to throw them away because they're spoiled. If you don't order enough bananas, what happens? 2 or 3 days could go by and there's no bananas to sell, then you have to go to another store to find 2 or 3 cases. But those are great things to talk about. I love talking about these things. Let's just leave it here for now.